getting some breaking news about a Jammu Kashmir terror encounter which has been caught on camera. 2 Jaish terrorists killed in encounter. Exclusive images on India Today that nobody else has. Drone captures slain Jaish terrorists in a cave which has been blown up with 2 Jaish terrorists inside. An encounter between the security forces and the terrorists has been captured on drone camera, and India Today is bringing you exclusive footage of the cave which has been blown up with 2 Jaish terrorists inside. The visuals on your screen right now, viewers, of the aftermath of an encounter in Jammu and Kashmir where 2 Jaish terrorists have been killed. This is these are, and I must repeat once again, these are deferred images that have been accessed by India Today of an encounter that had taken place. This is 2 Pakistani Jaish terrorists have been killed in Udhampur in Jammu and Kashmir. That is the information that we can give you right now. Forces had blasted the cave entrance where the 2 Jaish terrorists were hiding. This had happened earlier today. The forces had managed to pinpoint the location of 2 Jaish-e-Mohammed terrorists who were hiding in a natural cave inside the terrain. Mir Fareed is joining me live on this story. Mir, you broke this story for India Today. You've been accessing this. What more do we know about this encounter? Can you give us any more details?
Well, it's a major success for the security forces, and these 2 Jaish-e-Mohammed terrorists, they had given a slip to the security forces in previous operations. Now, mind you, we have been time and again telling our viewers the difficulty of these operations. This is a forested area, and you have dense forests, natural formations, caves that they have been using, and they're very heavily armed and trained. Forces had been on their hot trail for quite some time now. Today, they were finally trapped in a cave, a natural cave that they were using as hideout, and through the night, there was a tight cordon that was kept on them. Drones were used for surveillance. And first light this morning, operation was started. Now, finally, their luck ran out as security forces used IEDs to blow up the entrance. And with that, they were eliminated. Both of them are said to be Pakistanis from Jaish-e-Mohammed. One is said to be a commander. Identification process is underway. Weapons have been recovered. So major success, as I said, for the forces. It was a tough, tricky operation. You had the army, police, and CRPF following them through these through this treacherous terrain. And finally, as I said, they were pinpointed. They tried to escape, but sharpshooters kept them pinned down till finally they were eliminated. Back to you.
Well, Mir Fareed, this is an encounter that started yesterday, if I'm right. Can you tell us what has been happening since yesterday? How exactly has this entire situation moved? Because yesterday also we were reporting on this, and you had broken the story about gunfight breaking out in the area and then these terrorists being tracked. Mir, if you can hear me, I'm repeating my question right now. This encounter are these the same terrorists which were being tracked since yesterday, as the gunfight had broken out between the security forces and the terrorists in Udhampur? Are these the same people our security forces were tracking since yesterday? And can you tell us any more information about how the encounter progressed and what the current situation is? We seem to have lost the connection with Mir Fareed. We'll get him back on this. But viewers, let me remind you, my colleagues Mir Fareed, Ashraf Vani and Sunil Ji Bhatt have been reporting on this since yesterday. A gunfight had broken out yesterday in Udhampur, and the forces were pursuing a group of terrorists who were suspected Jaish-e-Mohammed terrorists, this joint operation between the Army, Jammu Kashmir Police and the security agency started yesterday. And as Mir Fareed was also saying, these terrorists were tracked to a natural cave in Udhampur in a forested area where this morning they were tracked down and the cave was blown up by our security forces. Both terrorists are believed to have been killed in this operation, and exclusive drone footage is now on your screens of how this tricky operation has been conducted. Mir Fareed is back with me on the line. Mir, can you tell us anything more about these terrorists? What do we know about them? What kind of weapons have been recovered?
Well, as I said, they were very heavily armed. Now, you have to understand that this new technique of taking cover in forested areas, this new strategy of the Jaish, Lashkar, they have been using this in especially Jammu forest terrain. And previously also at least 3 or 4 occasions when they were trapped, but using this dense jungle and their knowledge and the latest equipment, including GPS, to find the ways out, they had eluded or escaped from the location. But finally, the Jammu and Kashmir Police generated this intelligence and they were trapped. Now, you have to understand that previously also there were some lessons learned by the security forces. So here, they ensured tight cordon through the night. There was surveillance, vigilance, drones were used, and they were not allowed to move out of this hideout. They tried to, but the sharpshooters of the security forces fired effectively to pin them down. This morning, IEDs charges were used to blow up the entrance, and then finally, both of them were eliminated. So it's a major success for the security forces. And especially if we talk of one of the commanders who has been identified as Abu Mavia, he was one of the most wanted. The forces were after him. And finally, he has also been eliminated. So it's a setback for the Jaish-e-Mohammed, whose cadre has been operational in this area, using this upper reaches, dense forests, crevices, and hideouts to their advantage. So major success. But yes, operation will continue. Area is being sanitized and SOPs are being followed. Back to you.
All right, Mir Fareed, thank you very much for bringing us all that information. India Today and Mir Fareed brought to you these exclusive images from the drones that were tracking these terrorists. And as Mir Fareed said, Indian security agencies responding to the new tactics by the Jaish-e-Mohammed infiltrators. They're tracking them into the forest, maintaining cordons, keeping surveillance in place through drones. And now 2 Jaish terrorists have been killed in this encounter as the cave was blown up.